welcome to Cannabis Latest with your cannabis connoisseur, Anna Marianis. So I've decided to start a cannabis vlog, which is like a blog but with short video clips, I guess you could say. A general idea why I wanted to become this cannabis connoisseur vlogger is as someone such as myself who suffers living with epilepsy. It's a brain disorder where abnormal electrical activity in the brain causes persistent seizures. It usually affects 1 in every 100 people worldwide, and it ranks in as the second most neurologic disease after strokes. For me, my type of seizure is clonic-tonic, or also known as grand mal seizures, where my body collapses into a clonic state, and it almost looks like I'm looking right through you. And this will go on most times till I'm hospitalized, and they have no choice but to sedate me with something as sedative they give to dogs with seizures. And it'll keep going on, one after the other, for hours on end until they administer this, so you can imagine what it does to one's noggin. So now that you know a little bit about me, my passion is to help those out there understand why it is I think cannabis actually medicates and should not be considered in the drug category as assumed by still some people. CBD oils and consuming cannabis has helped lower my epilepsy effects dramatically. I no longer have to take opioids for my after seizure headaches. I no longer am taking 7 pills of my seizure meds just to maintain my seizures. So my goal is to also educate the novice users more and more weekly about the product they're wanting to consume, new ways, safe ways, and what the fad is everyone's using lately, and much, much more. So we'll shine some light on categories consumers already know of, but don't really know about. What is THC? Most cannabis consumers only know that it's the main key that gives you the psychedelic high, but what does it mean? THC stands for tetrahydrocannabinol. It works by mimicking the effects of pre-existing neurotransmitters in the brain, known as cannabinoids, which are naturally produced by animals, rodents, fish, and humans ourselves. Cannabinoids, also known as cannabidiol, is one of the main cannabinoid molecules produced by the cannabis plant, second to THC. These plant-derived cannabinoids, or phytocannabinoids, fun fact, phyto comes from the Greek word meaning plant. These cannabinoids are characterized by their ability to act on cannabinoid receptors that are already naturally produced. As they work by alternating the neurotransmitters in the brain, as a result, it causes the brain to function at a steady rate and heighten your thoughts to make things more enjoyable or relaxed, I guess you could say. CBD stands out because it's both non-intoxicating, non-psychoactive, and displays a broad range of potential medical applications. These properties make it especially attractive as a therapeutic agent. It's the CBD that most doctors and scientists believe modulates the electrical chemical activity to help quiet the excessive activity in the brain that causes, me seizures. So many cannabis consumers all assume cannabis is the same. Much like wine or hard liquor, the sheer number of options, especially in a legal market, can be overwhelming. The cannabis plant has what's called terpenes. Terpenes are responsible for the smells, the flavors. It helps us distinguish what the plant is or what the strain of pot, I guess you could say, is. So the same way we hear a song that plays on the radio or hear somebody's voice, that's pretty much the same how you can tell different strains by smells, which taste like citrus, fruit, lavender, and so on. Cannabis has shown potential for aiding in pain relief and other medical ailments that you can consume in many different ways. But the public still doesn't know much about identifying terpenes, as scientists are nowhere near understanding their full potential. Despite the countless strains, all cannabis can be categorized in 3 main species. You have your sativas, your indicas, and your hybrids. Sativas are an energetic stimulant that gives you more of a head psychedelic high, and indicas are more of a relaxing sedative high. And then you have your hybrids, which are more of a mixture between both of them. You get your body, you get your head high combination, depending on the strain that you smoke or ingest. So a way to remember these are indica makes you feel indica-out, and sativa makes you feel active. So, and then you have what's called these ruderalis cannabis plant. no one ever talks about this guy. It's much like the sibling to the sativa and the indica plants. However, it doesn't produce nearly as much, grows big flower buds, I guess you could say, and is significantly lower in THC content. So basically, humans found something that made them feel good and bred it to make them specifically feel better. Well, that's it for my intro log, guys. I will be doing more vlogs later in the week and keep you guys updated with the latest. Or you can also view my website. I'll put it down below. It's latestwiththegreatest.com. Follow me and subscribe and see what's new with laws coming out, devices you can use to partake, what the IT flavor is for papers, and so much more. See you next time, guys.